Hi, it's me and I'm here at the Crumbs Doilies shop in Soho, and it's February, which means it's a little bit on the chilly side, but it is sunny, and so to celebrate that sun, I'm going to make a sunny cupcake in the form of a Margarita cupcake, and I'm going to show you how to do it as well, so let's go. To start with, I've got my bowl here, and in there I have 135 grams of softened unsalted butter, and then I'm going to add 125 grams of self-raising flour. And then 125 grams of cast sugar, and a quarter of a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. And then the next thing I need is the zest of 2 limes. I'm going to give them a little roll on the worktop first, because when I squeeze them, that's going to help all the juice come out. And then using a really fine grater, like this guy, zest all that lovely zest straight into the bowl. So once you've done all the zesting in there, you then need to have a bit of juice. So grab these guys and a sharp knife, cut them in half, and using any kind of squeezer you like, I like this one, squeeze the juice out. Now we're only going to use a tablespoon of this, but don't worry because we're going to use the rest of it at a later stage. So pop a tablespoon worth of lime juice straight into the bowl as well. And then whack it on the mixer. And then we're just going to add 2 large free-range eggs to that and then get mixing. So once it's been mixing for about 30 seconds, you just then need to add half a tablespoon of whole milk and then mix for another 30 seconds. Right, my batter's all ready, and now I just need to scoop it into my cupcake cases. So just wiping all that batter off my paddle. I've got 1 tray of regular size cupcakes lined with cupcake cases, and this is going to make 12 cupcakes. So use whatever method you like. I like my spoons, you can pipe it or use ice cream scoops, whatever. Just make sure you get the batter in the cases. And they just need to bake at 170 degrees C for 22 minutes or until they're completely cooked all the way through. While my cakes are baking in the oven, I'm going to get on with making the buttercream, and I am going to make tequila buttercream because obviously tequila is a massive part of a margarita. So starting with 200 grams of softened unsalted butter. So I'm just going to beat that for about 4 or 5 minutes until the butter's gone really pale and fluffy. My butter's been beating for about 4 or 5 minutes and it has gone really pale and fluffy compared to how it was before. So now it's time to add the sugar. I've got 450 grams of icing sugar which I've already sifted, and I'm just going to put that in 2 stages. Beat on quite a high speed for about 2 or 3 minutes in between each addition of sugar. Okay, my icing has been beating for a few minutes now and it's looking pretty good, but it needs the most important ingredient in a margarita cupcake, and that is tequila. Now, if you are making this for young kids or you don't drink, But then maybe you don't want to put tequila in it. You can just use lime juice and make this into a delicious lime cupcake, but for the grown-ups out there, it's tequila. So I'm gonna add 4 to 6 tablespoons, just as it's going slowly, and then beat it up really quickly. That's been mixing for about 3 or 4 minutes and it looks really lovely and pale and smells delicious. So I'm going to put that to one side, I'm going to cover it with cling film. My cakes are nearly ready and I'm going to get them out to cool. My cakes are out of the oven and they're cooling down, and while they're doing that, I'm going to make some really sharp lime syrup so that I can really get extra limey on my cupcake. So we don't have quite enough juice, so I'm gonna juice some more, but before I do that, I'm gonna just take some of the peel off really carefully and cut it into really thin strips, because then we can use that as decoration. And then squeeze another bit of lime. You need to have 4 tablespoons of lime juice in total, so just squeeze enough for that. And then measure 4 tablespoons straight into your saucepan. And I have 65 grams of caster sugar here, whack that in as well. I'm going to turn that onto a medium-low heat until it gets to a kind of gentle boil, and then I'm going to turn it down and simmer it for a couple of minutes until it's gone all syrupy. Right, that's been cooking for about 4 minutes now on a low heat, and it's got a really nice syrupy consistency. Not too thick, but not too runny. And that is going to be perfect to drizzle on our cupcakes. We just need to cool it down first because it's super hot. I've got my cakes, they're cool. I've got my syrup, that's cool. And I've got my buttercream, that's really cool. And I'm going to start icing. And I've iced them with a little dip in the top, and that's going to hold the syrup. But first of all, I'm going to grab back my little bits of zest and give them a little twist. Once you've got a nice coil shape, just pop that right in the middle of your cupcake. And then using your lovely sharp lime syrup, just get a spoon and drizzle a little bit of it on top of that line. And then once that's ready, it's time for the final bit, which is salt, because obviously around every margarita glass is a rim of salt. And I'm using Maldon sea salt, which is a really nice flaky sea salt. It's the best kind of salt to use for this sort of thing. It's really tasty. Just sprinkle a small amount of that right on the top, and that'll finish off your margarita cupcake. So there it is. A delicious, naughty margarita cake. It's got the fragrant lime sponge, the boozy buttercream, and a really sharp lime syrup, all topped off with a lovely sea salt. I can't wait. Well, if you like that video and you want to see more videos by me every week, then do subscribe to my channel by clicking on the link up there for a new recipe every Thursday night, and I will see you next Thursday with another brilliant recipe. See you then, bye.